What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, ordinary people with no special degree, no massive startup capital, and no industry connections are quietly building businesses that are generating tens of thousands of dollars every single month? Not by working harder, not by getting lucky, but by spotting the right opportunity at exactly the right time. And here is the uncomfortable truth. These opportunities are sitting right in front of you. Most people scroll past them every single day without ever realizing what they are looking at. Today, we are going to change that because in the next 10 minutes, I am going to walk you through 5 online business ideas that are not only working right now in 2026, but are positioned to become some of the most powerful revenue-generating opportunities of the next decade. And I am going to give you the real numbers, the actual data, the exact mechanisms behind each one, so that by the time this video ends, you will have everything you need to make a decision that could completely change your financial future. Stay with me, because what is coming next might genuinely shock you. Here is something that almost nobody is talking about yet. Right now, there are YouTube channels that are less than 7 months old that are generating over 4 million views every single month. Not channels run by celebrities, not channels backed by massive production teams, channels run by a single person using artificial intelligence to generate audio content and uploading it to YouTube. And the numbers behind this are almost impossible to believe until you see them for yourself. One particular channel, focused entirely on English language learning, through AI-generated podcast-style conversations, has accumulated over 20 million long-form views in just 5 months. When you factor in YouTube's average payout of $3 to $8 per thousand views, that channel has potentially earned up to $160,000. That works out to an average of $32,000 every single month from a channel that is 5 months old. Now, here is how the mechanism actually works and why this is such a powerful opportunity right now. Using a tool called Wondercraft, you can generate a full podcast-style conversation between two AI hosts for as little as $2.50 per episode. The audio sounds remarkably natural and human. You then generate an image of your podcast hosts using Google's AI image generator and edit everything together using free video editing software. The entire process, from idea to finished video, can be done in under 2 hours and costs almost nothing. The global podcast market is currently valued at $23.5 billion and is projected to reach $100 billion by 2030. The intersection of podcasting and YouTube is one of the fastest growing content categories on the entire platform right now. And the creators who move into this space today, while it is still in its early stages, are the ones who are going to capture the largest audiences and the largest revenues over the next 3 to 5 years. Now, this next one is going to genuinely stop you in your tracks. Yet, because what I am about to tell you sounds almost impossible. There is a TikTok account that was created less than 2 weeks before the data on it was recorded. It had posted a small number of videos featuring an AI-generated influencer promoting products. And in those 2 weeks, from just 2 videos, that account generated an estimated $21,000 in sales. $21,000 in 2 weeks. From an account that did not even exist a month earlier. Here is why this works and why the opportunity is even bigger than most people realize. TikTok has built one of the most powerful product discovery engines in the history of commerce. When a video goes viral on TikTok, showing a product being used or recommended, the sales spike that follows is immediate and enormous. And now, artificial intelligence has made it possible to create an influencer account without ever appearing on camera yourself. You generate an AI image of a person using a product. You animate that image into a short video clip, and you post it. The algorithm does the rest. The global influencer marketing industry is currently valued at $21.1 billion in 2023 and is projected to reach $48 billion by 2027. TikTok alone now has over 1 billion active users, and its shopping feature, TikTok Shop, is growing at a rate that is outpacing almost every other e-commerce platform on the planet. The creators who understand how to combine AI content generation with TikTok's product recommendation engine right now are sitting on one of the most significant business opportunities of this generation. Here is a question that I want you to think about very carefully. What would happen if you could write and publish a book in a weekend that was so perfectly targeted to a specific group of passionate readers that it immediately became one of the most sought-after titles in that niche? Before artificial intelligence, that question was purely hypothetical. Today, it is not only possible, it is already happening at scale. Right now, on Amazon Kindle, there is a romance novel hyper-specifically written for fans of ice hockey. Not sports in general, not romance in general. Ice hockey romance. And that book is currently selling an estimated 298 to 375 copies every single day. Using Amazon's self-publishing royalty structure, that single book is generating an estimated $1,300 to $1,700 every single day. That is over $40,000 a month from one book targeting one incredibly specific niche. The global ebook market is currently valued at $18.3 billion and is projected to reach $23 billion by 2028. Amazon Kindle, direct publishing, which is completely free to use, gives any author instant access to Amazon's 310 million active customer accounts worldwide. And here is the part that makes this opportunity so extraordinary right now. Artificial intelligence tools like Claude, which has been specifically recognized for its ability to write with genuine empathy and narrative depth, can help any person, regardless of writing experience, produce a compelling, full-length novel in a fraction of the time it would have taken just 3 years ago. The window to establish yourself as a dominant voice in profitable niche fiction categories on Amazon is open right now. But it will not stay open forever. This next one is already generating millions of dollars for ordinary people, and the barrier to entry is almost shockingly low. The print-on-demand model works like this. You create a design. You list it on a marketplace like Etsy or Amazon. When a customer buys it, a printing company prints the item, ships it directly to the customer, and you keep the profit. You never touch inventory. Yet you never pack a single box. You never manage shipping. The entire fulfillment process is completely automated. Now here's where the data gets truly staggering. A single t-shirt design on Etsy, themed around a popular TikTok meme, recently generated over 5,000 sales in a single month. At an average sale price of $25, that is $125,000 in revenue from a single design in 30 days. And the design itself was created using artificial intelligence in minutes. The global print-on-demand market is currently valued at $8.3 billion. It is projected to reach $39 billion by 2031, which represents a growth rate of more than 350% over the next 7 years. Yet the mechanism that makes this so powerful right now is the combination of AI image generation tools that can produce professional quality designs in seconds, and platforms like Etsy and Amazon that already have hundreds of millions of buyers actively searching for unique products every single day. You are not building an audience from scratch. You are placing your products directly in front of people who are already ready to buy. Now, I have saved the most significant opportunity for last. And when you see the data behind this one, I genuinely believe it is going to change the way you think about where the biggest business opportunities of the next 20 years are actually hiding. Right now, the nootropics and cognitive health supplement market is almost entirely focused on young professionals, students, and Silicon Valley entrepreneurs. As the branding, the marketing, the messaging, all of it speaks to people in their 20s and 30s. But here is what almost nobody in this space has noticed yet. The fastest growing demographic on the planet is people aged 65 and over. Right now, there are under 1 billion people in that age group globally. By the end of this century, that number is projected to reach 2.5 billion. That is 2.5 times the current population of China entering the market for products that support memory, focus, and cognitive sharpness as they age. The global brain health supplements market is currently valued at $13.9 billion. It is projected to reach $33 billion by 2030, say NASA. And right now, there is not a single dominant brand specifically targeting this demographic with nootropic and cognitive support supplements. The market is wide open. The demand is already there and growing every single year, driven by an aging global population that has more disposable income than any younger demographic and is increasingly willing to spend significant amounts of money on products that protect and enhance their mental sharpness. The mechanism for building this business is straightforward. You develop a premium supplement product specifically formulated for cognitive support in the over 50 demographic. You market it through Facebook and YouTube, where this audience is most active. And you build a brand that speaks directly to the fears and desires of people who are watching their memory and focus change as they age, and who desperately want a solution. The entrepreneur who builds the dominant brand in this space over the next 3 to 5 years will be sitting on a business worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Here is what all 5 of these businesses have in common. They are all accessible right now. They all have data behind them that confirms the demand is real and growing. And they are all positioned at the intersection of technology, demographic shifts, and consumer behavior changes that are going to define the economic landscape of the next decade. The question is not whether these opportunities are real. The data has already answered that. The question is whether you are going to be one of the people who acts on this information or one of the people who watches someone else build the business they could have started today. If this video helped you see the future of online business differently, make sure you subscribe, because every single week, we break down the opportunities that most people are too distracted to notice. And share this with someone you know who is looking for their next move. Because sometimes, the right information at the right moment is all it takes to change everything.